You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, soap fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we need to talk about what everyone's asking, and that is, where is Liam on Bold and Beautiful right now? I mean, it's true. He's been missing in action for quite a while. We'll talk about where he's been and what Liam will do when he shows up again on B&B. But hey, if you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss a thing. So if you thought, hey, Liam's been gone for a while, you're absolutely right. It has been more than a month since Scott Clifton had scenes as his vegan, tree-loving alter ego. We last saw Liam on November 17th, 2023, and that was a really big episode for him. So maybe Liam Spencer went off to lick his wounds and think over his life choices. In the November episode where he last appeared, you may remember Liam showed up to Hope's little cabin and found her in sexy lingerie, clearly waiting for her boyfriend Thomas Forrester for some frisky fun. So Liam's jaw dropped. I mean, it's obvious he never inspired her to dress up sexy for a night of bedroom frolics. They seem like a very vanilla couple. And in fact, I think the best sex that Hope and Liam have ever had was on the couch right before she went to Italy, when she closed her eyes and pretended he was Thomas, which was pretty funny because Liam was like, wow, what got into you? And it's just like, oh, she's thinking about another man getting into her. Awkward. So Liam tried again on this mid-November episode to badger Hope about not getting involved with Thomas, but she wouldn't hear it. In fact, she defended and praised her lead designer, and she even bragged about how Thomas loves only her and how she loves him for that. Hope also dropped the bombshell on Liam that she may have babies on the brain, but would never have another kid with him. And then when Liam asked about Hope's birth control, she almost went nuclear on him and told him to mind his business, as she should have. And of course, then Thomas showed up and, Hope did not hesitate to show physical affection to her new boyfriend in front of her estranged husband. And then Liam stood outside the cabin like a weird stalker, watching them make out and start groping each other. So the big question is, after that last scene, where's Liam? Why has he been off screen for so long? And what is he going to do when he's back? So I personally think Liam is off screen licking his wounds because he got a double hit to the ego. That came in back-to-back rejections from Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan. But Steffy is being very gentle and low-key in her rejections. So I personally think she's still giving Liam some little bit of hope that there could be a future for them. As to why he's been gone, well, Bold is a 30-minute soap with about 17 minutes of actual showtime in each episode once you subtract the commercials. That means they can really only play one or two storylines at once, really a max of about two. So with Eric's health taking a downturn, that's been the main story since then. And the second story seems to be centering on Luna, RJ, and now Zende, because it feels like Luna has been in almost every episode the past few weeks, even when other front burner legacy characters are sidelined. They've got a newbie front and center during the near-death storyline of a veteran character and are wasting beats on an intern. That's my opinion. When Luna said to Zende on the most recent episodes, "I'm only an intern," I wish Brad Bell had listened to that line of dialogue and took it to heart. She is only an intern. When we've got compelling couples that fans are rooting for, like Finn and Steffy, Thomas and Hope, Brooke and Ridge, and even Liam and whoever, it's painful to see them pushing RJ and Luna into our faces all the time. I don't begrudge them that, but I do kind of begrudge them front burner time when we've got other characters that everybody's more invested in. Now, with Eric pulling through, it definitely looks like, as I said, that I thought was going to happen, there is room for other plots to come to center stage. So let's talk about what Liam might get up to once he's back on screen. Number one, the first thing I expect from Liam is for him to continue targeting Steffy and Finn's marriage. He decided he wants Steffy back as his wife, so he needs to get her husband out of the way. I'm sure he'll keep on playing the Sheila Carter is his mom card. That might not get him Liam too far now because it seems like Finn might have actually saved Eric's life, which will further endear Steffi's husband to her. And it'll make it harder for Liam to squirm his way in between them. But I do not expect Liam to stop trying. Number 2, the second thing I expect is that Liam will actively target Thomas and Hope's relationship. Not because Liam wants her back, but because he adamantly does not want her with Thomas. And I know there's a faction of fans that will never accept Thope as a couple, but there's also a lot of fans rooting for them. Brooke and Liam are their main detractors, and I could totally see those two working together to try and drive a wedge between Thomas Forrester and Hope Logan, but I doubt they will have much success. Those two are smitten kittens. All right, number 3. The next thing I expect is more plotting between Liam and his wicked daddy, Dollar Bill Spencer. I'd love to see Don Diamont back soon. He has been gone too long also. If anyone can give Liam advice on how to be a thorn in Finn's side and steal his woman, it would be Bill. And of course, Bill hates the idea that Thomas is with Hope, and he's right there supporting his son who has declared Steffi is who he wants. So I could see Liam getting help on both fronts from his scheming father, Bill. Number 4, another thing Liam might pull is to try and use Finn's mother, Sheila Carter, and Hope's dad, Deacon Sharp, in his shenanigans. I mean, I don't think he would conspire with them directly, but Liam could definitely drop hints to them and get them worked up so they would interfere in Steffi and Hope's relationships. So, like if Liam were eating at Il Giardino and talking to his dad or whoever, he could let it slip that he's heard Steffi is making Finn miserable. That would be enough to inspire Sheila to take action. And he could drop hints about Thomas falling back into his old obsessive habits with Hope, where Deacon could overhear. I mean, that would be pretty clever. All right, number 5. The last thing I expect Liam to do is to descend into an obsessive spiral over both his ex-wives. One, because he wants her back in his arms, that's Steffi, and the other, Hope, is because he doesn't want her to be happy with another man. He wants her pining for him. Liam has had Steffi and Hope fighting tooth and nail over him for more than a decade, and now neither of them wants him. He doesn't know what to do with himself with no woman fixated on him and declaring her love. I mean, Liam could take a moment to reevaluate his behavior and life choices and how he came to lose both women, or he could descend into a dark spiral, blame Finn and Thomas, and do everything he can to make sure neither Steffi nor Hope can enjoy a moment of peace or happiness unless it is with him. That's pretty much Liam in a nutshell right now. I've been very frustrated with Liam for quite a while, I have to say, but this current behavior is the most unlikable I've ever seen with him. But at the same time, I will say Scott Clifton is killing it. He's doing a super job playing Liam as a loose cannon who's behaving in a villainous way. And in fact, Scott Clifton has been waiting for the chance to play a darker version of Liam for years. And now it's here, and he's happy about it. So let's hope he's back soon now that Eric seems to be pulling through on B&B. Please click subscribe if you haven't. Definitely drop your comments on what Liam should do next, and be sure to come back soon because I'm here talking soaps 7 days a week with you. And as always, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.